Hi, I'm Taylor, and for my project, I interviewed someone from the Northland Family Helpcenter, and this is all really good information about their nonprofit organization. I'll go ahead and share my screen. All right, so the Northland Family Help Center. To start off, their mission statement is Northland Family Help Center's mission is to provide safe haven, advocacy, counseling, and education to promote and restore healthy relationships. This is something that they all hold near and dear to their heart, and I'll get into my interview with Shalene, their executive director, a little bit later. But overall, it's really important for everyone on their team and in their office, their volunteers, to really understand this mission statement. And she said that they really do break it down and really try and keep it close to their hearts as they're helping people. All right, and now to get into some of the basics. Northland Family Help Center is located in Flagstaff, Arizona, and it has been here since 1978. When it was established, it was originally known as the Halo House. So a few things have changed just beyond their name. They originally just started out as a shelter, and this was a really good resource for people then, but it has continued to expand. So as a shelter, they now offer counseling services for all ages, men, women, children, couples, family counseling, and then they also do education. They'll go into the school systems. They're really big on the NAU's campus, and they'll do things in high schools. They've done a couple things with elementary schools, but they said that that's something that they're really trying to get into because it all starts with education and teaching people about healthy relationships and understanding a healthy family dynamic. And if they start that from a young age, then maybe they can help people further. They also offer legal advocacy, so they have lawyers on hand. That way, if people need any sort of legal advice or are in legal trouble, that's someone that they can refer back to. As we all know, legal advice can be very pricey by the hour, and these people just don't have access to that financially. So this is a great way for them to get that. And then they also have an initiative against human trafficking. This human trafficking has become much more on everyone's radar recently. Not to say that it hasn't been happening for who knows how long, but it is starting to grow, and Northland is doing everything they can to put an end to it and really allow people to become aware of what is going on. All right, and now I had the wonderful opportunity to interview Shalene Seward. She is the executive director, and ironically, I didn't know this going into it, but she began as an intern about 13 years ago. So she's been here for quite some time, and she originally started as a master's student at NAU for her psychology degree, and they can kind of take two routes. They can either write this really, really long paper, or they can go and do field work. And she's like, I hate writing papers, so I'm gonna go do field work. And she started interning here as part of that. And she said she just fell in love with the mission and everything that Northland is about. And she continued. And as she's done that, she has learned to wear many hats in her role, as she's literally seen this nonprofit go from here to there, and it's really allowed her to now be so successful in her executive director role because she's done everything from payroll, from putting the stamps on the postcards, to trying to figure out how to turn the lights back on, going out to the breaker box. She's literally done everything, helping maintenance staff. So kudos to her for not only being there for so long, but really putting in the work to be able to be the executive director now. And that is her passion. And her personal goal is to create an environment for both the clients and patients and the employees. So she said it's really, really important, not only that they're treating their clients and patients so well, but also for their employees, because this can be a really big strain on their mental health. And she really went into detail about how they practice mindfulness, and they have a lot of different workshops for their staff to keep them in a really good mental headspace, which I thought was so amazing, because not only are you trying to help all of these people who are in such great need, but you want to still be able to help the people who are helping them, because that can be very physically and emotionally, mentally draining. And then they actually do put on, well, they partner with an event. In the past, it's been Hullabaloo, and this is a local music festival in Flagstaff, Arizona. It raises money for all kinds of nonprofits, not just theirs. If you check out their website, they'll actually list out all the nonprofits that they're going to be donating to that year. And so it is a 2-day festival. It showcases tons of different music artists, regular artists, costume contests, kids areas, and so much more. There's lots of food, fun, games, pretty much what a festival or carnival type thing is. And it was voted best festival in Flagstaff for about 6 years now, which is really crazy. And then also, they don't really put on an individual event themselves, but they do partner with a lot of other people. And then lastly, a way to get involved and volunteer. They do need volunteers at events. This can be limited since events only happen occasionally, but a great way to volunteer is to do that. And then another way to get involved is to intern or actually be an employee for them. So interning or becoming an employee will offer great opportunities and growth. The positions that are open are on their website, and this is how Shalene actually got involved. So who knows, maybe you'll start interning and become the executive director 13 years later. And then lastly, you can donate. Donating is made easy through a link on their website. Shalene really said that donating is one of the best ways to help, because most of her time as the executive director is grant writing, and that's why they don't always have the resources to put on huge events, is because they're working so much just to try and get the funding to continue putting on these and giving these resources to the people that need them. So donating is always a great way. But thank you, and I hope that you learned a lot about the Northland Family Help Center up here, and that this can be a really good resource for you to either just want to be educated on it or to possibly get involved. Thank you.